Hey, 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 everybody. I hope you guys are enjoying that music. It's our theme song. Welcome to another episode of I'm Just Saying Live. This is me, Bridget, and my girl. Hey.
Simply Dr. Neil. What's up, everybody? Hey, that song used to get me so jazzed. Every
That
single
song
time
is hype.
it came on, it gets you all nice and worked up. So I can't remember her name right now, but thank you so much for making that song because I just love it.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, I'm going to go get it. And that's the way it's going to be.
I love it. I love it. So, Miss Simply Dr. Neil, tell our viewers and listeners where you at.
You know what? I put this beautiful background, to show that I have been up since the crack of dawn this morning.
The crack.
But you know that I am one half to a parental unit that likes things to function properly and well. Sometimes those things don't always happen. Mr. Thomas had to leave and go out of town for work at the last minute. Well, not really last minute. We knew last night, but I knew that I did not have time to make it into the studio after dropping the twins off. And we still have the 7-month-old here. So he couldn't drive himself anywhere. So I'll be here home doing the show. But I promise you that will not mess up the quality of today's show because we have a lot to talk to you guys about. That's
right. So I'm in here in the studio by myself.
Oh,
well, I got Vince over here,
Oh, you got our boy with you. He'll hold you down. It's okay. We know he's going to take care of us today. So if y'all see any glitches or anything like that, then it is what it is. We are definitely trying, and we are trying to be consistent for you. Exactly. And we want you to continue to love, follow, and support the I'm Just Saying show. We are continuing to grow. We have lots of stuff planned for over the course of the year. We're just going to keep pushing forward. So, Bridget, whenever you're ready, I'm ready to get this thing started.
All right, y'all. So y'all ready to add a little edge to your morning?
Let's do it. She said morning.
Morning.
I didn't know you had it in you.
What? Had it what?
Moaning.
Oh. I know. My mother always taught me to speak correct English.
Proper English.
Proper.
Mine did too, but we know that gets thrown to the side every once in a while.
Every once in a while. So you want to talk about go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's kick it off with this Governor Abbott. Okay.
Girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, Houston business owners, not only Houston, Texas business owners are responding, to the mask mandate. Now, I told you.
You mean the madness.
Several mask unmandate. Let's say that. I have seen several businesses post that they are still going to require that you wear your mask as to respect the other customers. This is creeping me out because I told you things are not lining up. Now, last week, we were about to go on another shutdown so that the vaccine had time to set in. This week, you decide that we don't need to wear the masks?
I don't understand.
Out in public anymore?
I don't understand.
I don't understand. Maybe they're trying to force more people into taking the vaccine because they have not reached the numbers that they wanted. But where do you feel? How do you feel about this, Bridget?
That's a good point you just brought up because they didn't expect the numbers that they thought they would get with the vaccine. So what better way? I mean, I know this conspiracy theory-ish. However, you're going to lift a mandate and you don't even know if we're out the clear just because of a few statistics? No, that's not good at all.
It's definitely not good in my mind. If we are supposed to be keeping ourselves safe, that you have not allowed anybody who's under the age of, 30, most of the people who've been getting it have been 50 and over. Let's just say that.
No,
so
65.
Everybody else who's still out, who's still going to bars, who's still doing all these things, you have not even allowed them
Right.
to have access to the vaccine unless they're a frontline worker. They're the only ones who have been able to, at the hospitals, they're the only ones who have been able to get it, not the regular Joes who are the people who are out at these bars, who are working at these bars and clubs. So what? I'm not understanding.
Right. And you can't fault them
for that. There's a lot of mismatch.
Right. And you can't fault them for that, the people who work in the bars and clubs, because that's their way of living. And they've been out of work
for quite some time now. They have families that they want to support. There's several people who don't want to live off the government, who don't want to continue to claim unemployment, that's not paying the bills anyway. Exactly. So why not go back to work? I don't want to talk about the shape dances, but they have to be back out there live and real, and they don't have to wear a mask because these girls were still going to work with masks on.
Wow. That I did not know.
Talk about dedication, Bridget.
That is dedication. That is dedication. So that moves us into the Houston Health Department opens new wait list for Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine, which will be for the numbers that you said of 50 and under. So what do you think about that?
Here we go. So now it's finally your opportunity. I'm glad that I brought us right on into that without even knowing. Look, I'm glad that
you knew, girl. You knew.
I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy. They're just now offering that, but you've already lifted the mask mandate.
Exactly. You don't even know.
Who are you trying to please? That's all I can say. Who are you trying to please?
That's what I believe. He's trying to please something, or his palms are being greased, as they used to say back in the day. So I don't know, because at the end of the day, I think the pharmaceutical companies are winning. Whoa.
I know y'all can hear all that. I am so sorry. I'm gonna have to go bring him over here in just a second. He is having a ball over there on that floor. But anyway,
he's having his tummy time.
Let's move on, because I am done and tired of COVID talk. And clearly Governor Abbott is too. Okay.
So let's talk about Dr. Seuss. So 6 Dr. Seuss books will no longer be published because of their offensive imagery, according to the business that oversees the estate of the children's author and illustrator. Hey, Onyx!
So we're going to be working together, clearly. Listen, I want to know exactly what pictures they consider to be offensive in the cartoon character books. Do we have any photos or anything that would, kind of show that? What I mean,
did you get the photo?
He's passionate about this subject.
Oh, okay. So yeah, there was one photo, but they've already eradicated those books, so I couldn't find any of the pictures. But I do have the titles.
So they took them down off the internet as well. Okay, so explain to me what's going on in this picture that would be an issue.
So they were saying that the pictures are racially, what is it? Hold on. Let me find my place. In a statement on Tuesday, Dr. Seuss Enterprises said that it decided last year to end publication and licensing of the books by Theodore Seuss Geisel. The titles include the first book writing under pen name Dr. Seuss, and To Think That I Saw It on a Mulberry Tree, and If I Ran the Zoo, because they were saying that the pictures and the words in the title were derogatory towards other minority cultures. There's a book about Asian people.
It's more so about the lyrics than the pictures.
Right, the lyrics, themselves. And mostly the lyrics. And what they were saying and how they were rhyming.
The pictures were always very colorful. They had lots of different, hues and whatever else in there. And so I wouldn't really think that would be a racial, thing. Now, when we get to Charlie Brown and all of that, where, he was the dirty guy, there's something completely different there in my mind. I had not seen, and I'm normally good about picking things like that out, because, I don't allow my kids to watch Happy Feet. I did not like the fact that he was the only penguin, who was dressed in a tuxedo, who was tap dancing and had James Earl Jones as a father. Like, I just could not deal with it. I knew that he was different in the movie, just, watching it. And I didn't see that in this Dr. Seuss stuff.
Right.
But to each his own. And if they feel like it's a problem, all these problems, let's wash away with them now so that we don't have another generation who is living with these color lines that we live with, if you will.
Right. Well, they're trying, I guess, so you can give them kudos for that. So
yeah, I'm going to just say that they're trying.
Right. So there's a firm in Atlanta that is turning rental property into homeowners. And they're out in Atlanta, and they're called the Promise Homes. Then they've been acquiring rental houses and promoting home ownership to tenants it inherits, which is a good way to get people off of renting and actually owning property. And so
just to make this real to you guys, we are at African-American population, if you will, is at the lowest home ownership since 1968. We are at the lowest level. Can you imagine going back that far? And we have never superseded since 1960. Like, are you kidding me? We are at the lowest point of home ownership right now.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, it's sad.
Well, I'm glad to see
people like that are helping out.
Yeah.
So I want to give them a round of applause because I do feel like people should own their own homes. And I know that it's just a different day and time. And some people don't want to mow a yard. Some people don't want to do, certain things that, means home ownership. They're not ready for those things mentally, physically, all of that. I get that. But at the same time, there is nothing like having your own.
That's right. At the end of the day. So when we come back, we are going to play a video from the RISE program. Last week we talked to our viewers, Tanil, about the RISE program. And we had Misha McClure from Comcast on, and they have sent us a video that we're excited to play that gives more information to individuals out there who want to apply for the program. The program opened Monday, March 1st, and just go to rise.com, I think, and it'll be available.
So I want to say this too, Miss Misha, if you are out there watching, we definitely want to say thank you for doing what you said you were going to do. Yep. I should have put my lipstick on. I may do that during the break. She came through with her cosmetic line, and it was delivered to my home. I'm so thankful and so grateful for that. I cannot wait to try it on and see how it makes these lips pucker up.
I received mine too.
Look, I'll definitely be wearing it out in Daytona.
I know that's right. You need those lips to pop. But I definitely received mine in the mail as well. Thank you so much, Misha. She kept her word and sent us some product, and I'm excited to wear it as well. Okay. So when we come back, we will play the RISE video. Thank you guys for tuning in to I'm Just Saying Live.
See you in a minute.
EDGE is about community, synergy, and empowerment.
The responsibility be on this? Should we have had a national plan, or should
that the government needs to get out of the way and let people figure it out?
What do you do for your face? So I do have a skincare line called Infinity Skincare. And welcome back to How You Living on Edge Radio Live. So to Jennifer, I'm just saying live, and I'm out.
Peace.
And say we not working, okay?
You cannot say we not working.
Say that we are.
No, they're just ready to get back out there and start sexing up other people.
Yeah.
That we weren't interested in any silver medals. If they wanted to give us the gold medal that we earned.
给我穿的观众，我是富卡，今天又到了我们。
It's a hotel kind of vibe.
Well, I mean,
we're
sure he's like,
turning
I
down
don't want
to
to
say,
hear you
here's the
complaining
dinner, man.
about the cheap sensation cocktail. This is our first mixed cocktail. We have.
Three.
Yes! Very good margarita. Good margarita.
Folks, as always, this is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get, right? So to the Edge Radio Network, we are going to be bringing you continuous, interesting conversations, interesting encounters, interesting experiences, education, knowledge, and a lot of laughs and a lot of fun, folks. So you don't want to miss it. So
when people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
The Natural Nation Network is really about taking control of your health physically, spiritually, emotionally, even intellectually, because there's so much out there in misinformation. There's a lot of people now that are suffering from all sorts of diseases that they really wouldn't have to suffer for if they had better information. And that's what we're here to do. Provide information that can save lives.
The mind and the body are totally connected.
Health can be really serious, and you know, sometimes we just have to lighten it up a little bit while we're still providing substantive information. And you know, my sort of mantra on the salsa dance floor is kind of similar. You know, I tell somebody, if you make a mistake twice, it becomes a move. Okay?
Tune into Natural Nation every Tuesday at 11 a.m.
What's up, ladies and gents? We are back. This is the I'm Just Saying Live morning show, and I'm your co-host. This is me, Bridget, and my beautiful host, Tennille, simply not Tennille, at home.
And I look at all that beautiful in my, in my hat, my workout here, but it's all right. It's okay. I'm enjoying coming to you, coming straight from the house, if you will.
From the house. I know that's right.
I'm having a wonderful time. Anyway, we're going to continue to bring you these really great topics. You know, Bridget, I did see here that, Midtown Bar and Grill was one of the people who gave you, a little excerpt on whether or not they were happy to be back open full 100%. And they said that they were. So please, ladies and gentlemen, remember, you are welcome to be a part of our live studio audience. When I'm not there, we don't want Bridget sitting in there by herself. No. We would love for you to come and watch us live at 415 West Gray Street, right in Midtown. It's too easy, okay? All you have to do is come on up. We're on the second floor, and we would love to have you. We love our friends with benefits. We have some new plans coming up. We're going to be spinning the wheel so you can win some of these prizes and be even more benefited than you already are with all this good information we give you,
right?
Because we're making sure you're prepared not only for the day, but for the week. We like to do it like that.
And the weekend.
So, Bridget, what you got? We talked about the cartoons, Miss Peppa Pig, and got all kinds of stuff on here. But where are we going next?
So we're going to do the RISE program video real quick and let the people know how they can sign up for that.
Okay.
COVID-19 has been a disruptor in the city of Houston's economy. Many small businesses, specifically minority businesses, have been hit hard by this pandemic.
A lot of the service industries who have that in-person interactions were really impacted.
It's been devastating. I mean, it's been affecting families that have owned businesses for generations.
Comcast RISE program will provide opportunities for many of our small businesses to continue to maintain and also thrive as we work through this pandemic.
Having this opportunity to be able to showcase a very diverse group of small businesses that represent a minority owner, that allows our community to say, I want to support your business.
I think supporting small businesses creates a sense of community. Working to make sure our small businesses stay afloat, it creates a sense of well-being when you can have the community aspect involved.
So there you have it, ladies and gents, and it's real easy to apply. It's just www.comcastriseprogram.com. That's it. You can apply.
Okay, that's too easy.
Yeah.
We were talking about, making sure that businesses knew what they needed to know. It's time to get back in full swing.
That's right.
They've lifted any mandate that you have. I know that you may need the funds to get your people back in the place that they need to be. Maybe some new uniforms because people have put on a little weight during COVID. It is what it is. Get your money on with Rise.
With that being said, listen, I have got.
Huh? I definitely added some pounds during COVID.
I did too. That's why I've been working hard to get it off,
Okay. I was about to say, don't be acting brand new. No,
I ain't acting brand new. I've said it. I've put on little LBs, but I'm working to get them off. They falling off. So, but listen, on Tuesday, I forgot to mention about this Texas power crisis that's still continuing after the freeze. ERCOT has a bill of $2.5 billion in charges from the February blackout, and electricity providers have skipped out on the bill. And I think ERCOT is going out of business or closing its doors.
Now listen to this. This is what happens when you don't do your due diligence and when you don't do your job, when you have allowed people to trust in you, believe in you, and they've been paying these people because you remember they posted those salaries of all the high-ranking officers at ERCOT. Yep. Not one of them was under $90,000.
And 5 of them didn't even live here in the state of Texas.
Didn't even live here, So I'm not going to say that no one makes mistakes. But this was a costly mistake. A lot of people suffered. There were people who died. Losing your job at this point, losing a business at this point it still was not worth those people's lives.
No.
Because of stuff like this. That's all I'm just saying. Look.
Right. Yeah. Very sad. Very sad.
I want to show remorse here. I want to be sad for this company, huge company going out of business if they do wind up going out of business. But I have a feeling they're going to do just like all other large companies do. They're going to hide behind some shell and they're going to just change their name.
Yep. File for bankruptcy and get a little slap on the wrist and keep it moving.
That's what they'll do. But anyway.
So I want to move on to a story that you wanted to talk about on Tuesday under social unrest.
Oh, yes. We've definitely got to move on to that. Hold on one second. I'm going to send over something as well. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, during social unrest, I'd just like to bring you not only the negative things that have been happening out in our community, but also, sometimes there's positive things that come out of these negatives. And so I wanted to tell you about this story. We have I'm just making sure I've got let me get this in line real quick. Sorry about that. I was working on something else at the same time and then you shot it to me. We're going to talk about Lil Zay Osama, okay? He turns tragedy into triumph. And I saw this article in Rolling Out, okay? Now, this young man, for the when he very first was kind of sentenced to a term in jail, he was only 15 years old. 15 years old, which was about 8 years ago. He has kind of turned his life around. He dedicated himself now to his music and building his career. But even after, because we go through these things, and he was put in jail at a very young age. But what happened was they wound up putting his time in wrong, ladies and gentlemen, and he wound up being able to get out at 19 years old. Wow. At first, when he was still young and he's still very impressionable, the streets were coming back really, really quick. And I'm just going to give you kind of a recap on this story because I want you guys to go and check it out. And I want you to know that it is possible. If something happens to your son, it is not over, ladies and gentlemen. We're moms out here. We've been talking to you about Women's History Month. Mm-hmm. There is a history of women out here who have pushed their sons in the right direction and they still go awry. Those things happen. But what I want to say is it is not over. They wind up entering the amount of time that he had to serve incorrectly. He got out at 19, almost kind of went back to the streets, wind up facing charges on some other cases. Okay. He wound up getting past all of that. If he can do it, you can do it. Wind up getting past all of that. He has now straightened up his life, and he's not only using his money and his fame and the things that come along with the music industry to encourage other people to step away from that. So today, this piece on social unrest is about, even though we may be going through some things and you may be a product of your society, you can change those things. It is never too late. Even after an incarceration at the early age of 15, this man still changed his mind. He still made a difference, and he is continuing to make a difference for his children, for himself, because it definitely has to be for you. I know we have a lot of reasons out there that we do different things, but it ultimately has to be your choice, your decision. You can't do it for somebody else. When you want to make a change, you can get there.
That's beautiful. I see here that he had 30 cases.
Hey, he was racking them up, okay? Wow. He was racking them up. Let's just say that he was that kid who, like I said, became a product of his society. He was running the streets, with the neighborhood kids, and they were drawing him back. When you have that many cases that young, this boy wasn't even 20 years old yet.
Wow.
20. And that's why I'm calling it a social unrest piece. Why did no one, not one person, I'm sure people were talking to him and say, hey, you might want to keep your nose clean, X, Y, and Z, but you were able to rack up 30 some odd cases before you were 20 years old.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. So if you guys are interested in, good heartfelt pieces like this, go check Rolling Out. I just, like I said, it was something that grabbed me. I'm a mother of sons, and if something happened like this, I would want someone to reach out to them, not allow this to go on, whether I was involved or not. Please, we have to start taking responsibility for those that are around us, our friends, kids, whoever. If you know that somebody is in need, or they're clearly crying out, 30 cases says I'm crying out and I need some help, or I just don't know what to do, or someone is using me.
Yeah.
Girls are not the only ones who get used and pawned off for things. All those corner boys, let's just say this, all those corner boys, they are being manipulated with something. Sometimes those guys do exactly like someone who has entered into a pedophilia relationship. They are giving them things to make them want to be loyal to them.
Wow.
They're taking the cases. These young ones are taking the cases because the older ones don't want to have to go to jail. Please remember that when you're letting your kids out to go play, sometimes you need to just roll up on them wherever it is they're going and see what they're doing, because it may not be what you think.
Wow. That's a great story. Great story.
So and I'm just trying not to give away, too much of the detail.
Right.
But he also said, when you get a chance, don't fumble it. Don't play around with it. Because, at this moment, he's very earnest about his feelings and wanting to do better. So if God gives you the opportunity, or to whoever you pray to, if they give you the opportunity to do something better with your life, take it and run with it, because there's a lot of us that have come, from the bottom of the, the lowest of the low. And some of them still cut up and they have had it all. Yeah. Just remember that, everybody gets opportunities and chances to make their life great again. So when it comes your turn, take it and run.
That's it.
And that's all I'm going to say about social unrest.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry. It really, like I told you, I wanted to talk to you about it on Tuesday, but, it had really touched my spirit that, this was a young guy, and we see this happen way too many times. We hear about it, all the things that have gone on in the music industry with people dying this year. I just felt that it was really important subject to talk about, kind of at this very moment, because now, like you said, everything's about to be opened back up. This music's about to get back popping, studios and whatever else. And you got to live your best life, but you don't have to do it selling drugs and X, Y, and Z. There are other ways. There's other ways that you can get there, especially with all of the money that is going through the internet right now. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to sell on the internet next.
That part. You mentioned Peppa Pig, and I hear little Onyx back there. We didn't really touch on that. So, guys, parents, Peppa Pig is getting her own Orlando area theme park. And yes, it has muddy puddles.
So here's the thing. When I heard about this, I was like, so we're gonna pack an extra set of clothes to jump in the muddy puddles, or is this gonna be a water park? Like, I would like to think that there would be a water park where we at least can rinse prior to going home. Like, we're gonna have to pack a whole swimming suit and outfits and whatever else. I hope that there's pools and splash pads and everything else, not just muddy puddles, but I could see the muddy puddles being fun. I could also see, for the powers that be, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you just make a big mud bath for us moms who would love to do one of those, one of the warm mud baths that helps your skin. That would be a great add-on.
That would be nice. I love that. All right, ladies and gents, we have to take a break. And when we come back, I will be bringing you entertainment news. So stay tuned.
Miss Bridgette's ready for that entertainment news, right?
That's my favorite part. And to Neil's touchy subjects.
Ooh, that is definitely coming up, girl.
You got some tea?
Yeah, we got a little tea.
Juice cup.
We'll be back. We'll be right back.
We work our whole lives to support our families. With one accident or illness, it can all be gone in an instant. Now there's a smart, affordable way to protect your family. Go to findhealthbenefits.com and discover low-cost life insurance for as little as $2 per month. Add to that a tax-deferred annuity that can help you protect your assets and grow your money for retirement. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. A critical illness can strike without warning and wipe out your life savings. In fact, it's the #1 reason for bankruptcy. Find Health Benefits offers an affordable solution. Get up to $50,000 if you get cancer, stroke, or a heart attack, giving you the peace of mind to focus on getting better while the plan helps you to pay your bills and medical expenses. Learn more. Go to findhealthbenefits.com or call 877-235-6094. 66% of seniors spend more time shopping for cable TV than Medicare plans. Most say because it's just too confusing. Laws change every year. The wrong plan could cost you thousands and prevent you from seeing the doctors you want. Introducing FindHealthBenefits.com. Save time, save money, see specialists without referrals. Go to FindHealthBenefits.com or call 877-235-6094 for this informative brochure.
Society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
Edge Radio TV is holding auditions for new show hosts. Are you a subject matter expert, professional, influencer, book author, thought leader, or business owner with an educational or motivational platform? Then we want to meet you. Send a link of some of your work to edgeradio20@gmail.com and be sure to put audition in the subject line. Join the Edge Radio TV family. Edge TV, because truth still matters.
What's up, ladies and gents? And we are back. This is me, Bridget, with I'm Just Saying Live morning show located here at 415 West Gray, upstairs at Midtown Bar and Grill. We'd love for you guys to come down and be a part of our studio audience, or you can watch us on Facebook as well. So how's it going over there, Tennille?
We're over here just holding it down. This is the only way I can keep him from talking so much through the show.
He looks so comfortable there.
My little baby.
He's so cute.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. You know, Bridget always brings us the best entertainment news, not only here in Houston, but from around the world. And we just enjoy it so much.
I hope you enjoy it as much as I love
Bridget, what do we have today? Because I just can't wait to run it down on these people. You know, everybody's been giving me a hard time. They say, "Ooh, you've been rough lately." Well, give me somebody to be rough on.
Well, I only have one rough story, but I want to start out with Kelly Rowland has just launched a fashion collection with Just Fab, and it's amazing. Okay. Yeah. She just had another baby. Of course, you know that. And she looks amazing after having her baby. But she decided to channel her inspiration in a very unique way. And she partnered with 3 other women to sell 3 different stories within the collection. Each woman represents a muse, and every shoe is named after a Greek goddess. So that line is out. So I'm excited about that. What you think about that, Tennille?
Oh, I think I'm very excited about this. I know that a lot of pop stars always go into, you know, the workout gear because, you know, being healthy is a big part of their lives and ours. You know, all moms wind up in their workout gear, you know, for majority of the day until they're going somewhere. Yep. So I'm glad that she branched out and decided to do something different. Here we are, though, again, and are people going to start comparing, you know, saying, well, Beyonce came out with Icy and now she's doing this. You know, I hate when people, you know, try to bring people into that realm and start comparing everything. Right. These look like 2 completely opposite style lines. Yeah. I love that they're keeping it classy and making everybody feel like a goddess. And I guess it was a good month for them to roll it out since it's Women's History Month.
That's right. And that was on purpose. Called branding. Yep, that was on purpose. So kind of keeping in line with fashion, Serena Williams and her daughter Olympia flaunt matching outfits on a new Stuart Weitzman campaign. So her and her baby girl have partnered with Stuart Weitzman for these simple but outfits that, you know, for mommy and me, and you can match up with your
completely
baby.
Different than Viola Davis and her daughter, who were, you know, in a Louis Vuitton, you know.
Well, you know, and plus they were wearing Icy Park as well. So yeah.
Oh, Icy Park, that's right. They were in Icy Park. Yeah. Sorry about that.
But I think this is a cool trend with moms and their daughters. What do you think?
People have always wanted to do it. You know, we also have family matching outfits. I did not pop a picture in there. But we do family matching swimwear is what we were able to find. And so we just love matching when we go out to the lake. Colton Corbin, mommy and daddy all have the same swim gear.
Nice. I love that. Okay, so here's something for you.
I'm definitely a fan of matching.
Well, good. I like it too. So here's something for you, Tennille. So you know I brought to you last month about the case with T.I. and Tiny's sexual abuse.
Yes. So, what happened? Did we get some videotape?
We still don't have any tape. However, more women, 30 to be exact, have accused the couple and their associate of a wide variety of crimes, including forced drugging, kidnapping, rape, and intimidation in at least 2 states.
Yes. So y'all are that couple. Y'all want to be that couple. Is that who y'all want to be? I think not. Well, you know, I said that I did not feel like, you know, he had done that. But if you're out there like that, and that's the reputation that people have about you, and when, you know, of course, when one comes to the light and several others start doing it, what can we say? I'm not going to go against those women because, you know, maybe you felt it was your right because of the amount of money that you make. I have absolutely no idea. I would have liked to hope that you were a better person than that. But if you're not, I mean, what can I say?
Well, their attorney.
I bet you're sad that you made that mistake.
Well, I don't know, Tamil, because they're still holding their innocence with everything. Because Steve Sadow, their attorney, is saying that these allegations are untrue. They're not true. None of these allegations are true, and that the truth will come out. And this story kind of put me in the mindset of, and I know I'm going to get some lash for this. However, it reminded me of Bill Cosby's story.
It sounds very much
very
that.
familiar. Now,
I'm gonna say this. We all know how people are on the party scene, especially when they're around stars. I have yet to see someone forced into smoking some weed
that part
at a party. I have yet to see, and I'm out. I used to be out a lot. Forced into popping a pill. I have not seen anyone before, now maybe you want to keep up with the crowd and that's what your friends are doing, but I would not say that a celebrity forced me into taking a date rape drug, if you will.
Right.
I mean, if they're not putting in your drink and mixing it up to where you don't know and confusing you and making you think that it's not really happening, I don't know how you can say that. There's no way that I'm going to be out and somebody's going to say, here, take this. I'm not knowing what it is and I'm going to just pop it in my mouth. No. Not even at 19.
Yeah.
So it's hard. This is a very hard story for me to believe. They have daughters,
right.
Sons, anybody, you would not want to be drugged. These people are saying that they drugged them.
Yep. Along with allegations of kidnapping.
Again, like I said, this is a very hard one for me to believe. But if they were doing it, I bet they regret it now.
Well, we'll see how the story unfolds. I will be sure to keep up with this story, you guys. So moving on. So an iconic reggae vocalist, Bunny Wailer, has since transitioned, and he was 73 years old. He was one of the original members of the Wailers, the singing group with Bob Marley and Peter Tosh. I don't know. I mean, I love Jamaican music, reggae music, and I knew who this guy was. Did you know who he was, Smil?
I did not.
Yeah. So
shout out. It is amazing, but there are so many artists and people that, like we say, go undiscovered, if you will, not just by us, but by other people as well. Because there are so many people out there who are really talented, and we just kind of gravitate to what hits the mainstream a lot of times. And I hate to say that, but unless you're doing the digging, a lot of these people you don't know.
Well, when I was in college, I loved reggae music, and I knew about the Wailers, Bob Marley. I didn't partake in, what's usually part of reggae music, but I love reggae music.
Don't put that on reggae music. That's the people. Let's
what? You're right. I retract that statement. My apologies, ladies and gents. So I got a little sports for you here, Tamil. So Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones are at odds over the renewal of his contract, and Dallas is courting Russell Wilson. Who would you pick, Dak or Russell?
Oh my gosh, here we go again. Last year or year before last, Dak was waiting for his money and waiting for his money and waiting for his money. They finally give you your money. Okay, finally give you, a contract. And then here we are again, revisiting the situation. Every single quarterback wants to be with the winning team. Let's say that.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're good and you're in your prime, you want to be on a winning team. Do I feel like ownership plays way too big a part in the Cowboys franchise? Yes, I do. Let the coaches do their jobs. If they're going to be entertaining Russell Wilson, I would definitely be afraid that I would get over there and have to take a back seat to this man. The Dallas Cowboys are known for letting somebody sit and ride on the backside.
Right.
Well, let's say that.
Here's the thing, though. If they give the contract to Russell, Dak is out. They haven't offered Dak a long-term contract. So that's why they keep going back and forth. He just keeps getting a 1-year contract. And Russell's agent said that if they make the offer, that he would consider it. And he has 3 other offers from the Saints, the Bears, and the Raiders. So it's just a matter of time by the time the new season starts if Russell will stay with Seattle or be traded. But it looks like he's going to be traded. And if Dallas gives him an offer, he's going to Dallas.
And then look at Russell. With Russell, would you, in his position, and you said just the other day that he had the Saints on the line.
Right.
Would you go with the Cowboys or the Saints?
Well, his agent said that if the Cowboys come with an offer, that he's interested. He will go with the Cowboys. So, yeah.
There's too many pieces here. And, you know, I'm just trying to figure out what Russell's plan is, you know. May the highest bidder win.
That's pretty much what it comes down to, because you know the Bears and the Raiders want him as well.
So that's a lot, you know. Yeah. So at least he feels special, whereas I don't feel Dak does, because he's having to beg for money every year. But let's hope that everybody lands in a spot. I am happy though for football and, you know, the excess of African-American quarterbacks, if you will.
Yeah. Now we
there was a time when that just would not have gone by, that would not have flown right. So what we got up next?
Well, I have one more story. My last story is that Eddie Murphy's daughter, Bella, isn't coming to America. He broke one of his own rules to let one of his kids, you know, star in the film. And he said that they could always get into show business, but they had to do it on their own. And he let her, she had to audition. And she auditioned at 17 years old as an extra, but then she ended up getting one of the major roles. And she played Princess.
So sweet. He tried to make her think that she had to earn it. That is super cute. I'm glad that he is a dad more than anything. If he had any choice in the selection in this, I'm glad, you know, because I know a lot of people do that, and I know their kids always say that they wanted to do it on their own, just like Denzel Washington's son. But if you have the opportunity to help your child, in my eyes, there is nothing greater than that. And I'm glad that Daddy loves you, baby girl. I cannot wait to see this movie. I know that it comes out on tomorrow.
On Friday, yeah.
We're gonna give you a teaser beforehand. We're gonna be posting all night. Look.
Yep.
Just so you know that you heard it from the I'm Just Saying crew first.
Okay. Don't say we didn't give y'all nothing.
Don't say we didn't do it, okay? And we will definitely be giving you the honest opinion on what we think. Because that's what we like. This is the Edge Radio TV network, where the truth still matters.
It does still matter. I'm going to leave us with this quote for today, the affirmation. I am letting go of the old. I am taking in the new. I am valuable. Ladies and gents, we will be right back.
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services.